When do you tase and when do you open the car door?
When you feel threatened. I'll answer that. And how is he threatened here, Mike, when you're with your family in the car?
If you listen to the woman who's on the phone with 911, she's talking, and she said about something about pulling a gun. Well, he went into a bag. So there was a bag in the car that he went into, and they asked to see his hands. So they
asked him to provide identification, and he indicated it was in the bag.
So get out of the car.
There's children in your car. You're not going to get out because there are guns drawn. And in light of the recent incidents,
did you see any guns drawn there?
There were guns drawn to the side.
I didn't see any guns drawn.
So the woman is making up. Why do you have your guns drawn? What's going
on? She said in her 911 call they have pulled a gun. And, you know,
if somebody goes into a bag and it goes into a bag, I'm going to pull my gun,
too. So why didn't they tase him then? Why wait till he's saying, officer, I'm a passenger?
Because they were trying to talk to him as they were for 13 minutes, Joey.
Breaking that window's appropriate, and tasing someone who's posing no threat, no danger, not cursing, non-belligerent,
wouldn't get out of the car.
That's appropriate.
Wouldn't get out of the car.
That's the problem that people have.
You know, something that touched me that you said was, the fact is, for me, there's a tomorrow. For my wife and kids, there are many, many tomorrows. Chris, honestly, it really touched me, the way that you worded that.
Yeah, for me, while my condition's most likely terminal, I know that I at least have tomorrow and the next day, but it'd be really easy to live each day kind of going out with a blaze of glory, you know, spend a lot of money or make poor choices. If I look at it as though I don't have a future, that's not great for my family. So I try to live each day remembering that, you know, if I do succumb to this disease, that they'll go on, and what I choose to do tomorrow will affect them the day after that and long after I'm gone.
Millennials, we don't show up to the bank, right?
Well, that's something that interested me when I was looking at your research. You found that more millennials want to meet the president of their local community bank than they want to meet the president of the United States?
Yeah, that's
basically... Is that because they're getting in more into small businesses and being more entrepreneurial?
Yeah, the question we asked was specifically, who would you rather meet, the president of the local bank who just gave you a loan to start your dream business, or the president of the United States? And overwhelmingly, the answer was the president of the local bank, who you can imagine is not as hip as the president that we're all watching around on Air Force One.
So you find out you have this mutation, you have about an 80% chance of getting cancer if you do not have this double mastectomy. And now you're on a new mission to educate other women about this. How are you doing that, and how are you reaching out to them?
Yeah, so it was kind of one of those things that just came about. So I had my surgery this past spring, and I decided once I got back to work and was back on my feet that I just felt like I needed to share my story in the hopes that maybe one person could be affected and, you know, could end up saving a life. So for me, I did that through writing. I was a journalism major in college. I love to write. So I started a blog. So it's called The Molly Effect, kind of a play on Angelina Jolie. Her story has been known to be called the Angelina effect, and the effect that she's had on young women and women in general that have decided to get tested, and then whether they, you know, have the surgery or not, it's just having that knowledge and knowing of risk. So that's what I'm doing as well. Is I really want, you know, to stress that it's a personal decision to get tested, to have surgery, but if it's something that you think is the right thing to do, that it's okay.
The new website that you have is called Diet Bets. There's money involved, so when you get money involved as a motivation, I'm sure a lot of people's ears perk up. How does this work?
Well, the fun thing about it is it's like you put your money where your mouth is kind of thing, but the way it works is inside of the Diet Bet website, there's posts and there's different videos and there's a whole bunch of things that keeps you accountable and fun. And of course, me there to motivate you. I'll be doing live workouts throughout the events. I'll be giving away things and just really getting people to stay healthy and fit. And also, I'll be providing some really good nutrition tips.
So good to meet you guys. What an adventure it must be to be able to do this. And we should note, I'm sure there are a lot of people that would love to do this, but finances would be something that's really difficult. So how did you map out how you would actually accomplish this mission of getting out there?
Well, you know, it really isn't higher math. It's just arithmetic. We took the amount that it costs us to live in our house in California. We gave the proceeds of our house to our financial advisor, who doles out our money to us on a monthly basis. And it's the same amount we were spending in California.
And, you know, you're pretty open about your budget, $6,000 a month from interest on your savings plus Social Security. And you go from place to place. And I have to just get your reaction of what it's been like for you guys over the last 3 years and what you've gained from this.
Well, the thing that I think that we gained the best was that we have a better overall knowledge of other people and other cultures. It's really about the people and about living amongst the people.